Yes, MuchMusic! My name is Teddy Tong, and this is Intimate and Interactive. Joining us today is a 19-year-old Canadian superstar who's received attention on social media when he was 9 by posting covers of pop songs. He's got the charm, he's definitely got the voice, and he's got the nicest hair flow I've ever seen. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Johnny Orlando. Johnny, man, how are we feeling? We're in this space now. What are your first impressions of the space?
I'm feeling good. It's beautiful. These are really cool.
No, I can confirm, Johnny fans, that his hair flow is impeccable. When I do mine, bruh, nothing's moving. See, nothing's moving. When you got yours,
Nothing's moving either. I know I have some crazy stuff in my hair right now. You have no idea.
We got to talk products later because I feel mine drying out. But guys, we're here. I have a lot to talk to you about. But we're gonna dive into music first. All the things that could go wrong, right?
Yes.
Debut album, bro. What is this moment for you musically? Are you excited to get this off your chest?
For sure, yeah, that's a great way to put it. I think, not that I want to move on, that's the wrong, I think, sentiment. Right words, but like there's so much that I want to do. It took me realistically 4 years to figure out this album and what I want it to sound like. And now that I've kind of had the experience of the first time like finding what I actually wanted to do in music and like conceptualizing something and then executing it, I know how to do it now, I feel like. So there's so much more that I want to do that I've been thinking about over the last like 6 months and since the album's been finished. Because it's been done for like 6 to 8 months.
This has been done for 6 to 8 months already.
Yeah.
Okay, so since that time, I bet a lot of other songs already come into your mind,
Oh,
right?
for sure. We have so many. I have there's probably like 20 demos already for new stuff, of all different sorts. So we're kind of just like seeing what's the best.
You know, you've been traveling, you've been experiencing new things, so that's where the concepts come from.
Sometimes. It really depends. I like writing about like true things or things that have truth to them, whether like Fun Out of It, which is on the album. I've never experienced that, but I feel like maybe in parts I have. And so that's how the idea came to mind, you know, just keeping something secret, whether it doesn't have to be a relationship. It could be like, I don't know, like cheated on a test or something. I don't know. Don't do that. But the traveling helps and meeting new people for sure. But I also like just taking little bits and pieces from everywhere.
See, I heard you say, you know, some of the things that you write about, you don't experience. Fam, that's a superpower. The reason being is because you're able to put yourself in other people's shoes, feel empathy in that way. That's a superpower, bro. Where'd you get that?
Thank you.
Introduce me to Professor X.
Thank you. I think I don't know. I've never thought about that. Maybe my dad. He always said that he's good at that. Part of his job is empathizing with people. So I don't know, maybe. Thank you, I appreciate that.
No, for real. You know, you describe your writing style as stupid honest. How did that writing style come about for you?
I honestly have no idea, but I didn't even really realize it until I was like doing press, honestly, for the album. And then I was kind of like, when you start to do press and you have to answer questions, you have to think about very general concepts. You have to be able to make it a couple words. So stupid honest, that came from, I don't like to make things super like abstract, super heavy, like Coping, for example. I'm gonna perform. It's about, you know, a girl with a tough life. She had a hard home life, and I just said it like it was. Like her mama had her doubts, her dad wasn't around.
Yeah.
And I feel like that writing style is a lot more impactful for people. You can leave things up to the imagination, but I don't like having to decode lyrics when I listen to a song.
So that's why a lot of the times your lyrics are just like, you get it right away.
Yeah,
when you hear it.
yeah.
When was the last time that you were stupid honest?
All the time. I think in a relationship you have to be.
Yeah.
All the time.
Okay.
Yesterday.
Good. Yesterday, yeah. I feel like that should be your new tat, bro.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
And I know you have connections at Chronic.
Yeah, Chronic, yeah.
Let's do it.
Dude, wait.
Do you want to get it too?
We gotta figure out a way that we get it matching somehow. But you have tattoos, right? Can we talk about your tattoos?
I have a couple, yeah. I have this one. These are my sister's birth years.
Nice.
This is the day I started music. I got this one.
Wait, the day you started music?
Yeah, it's December 5th, 2011.
2011, guys.
Can't read Roman numerals, but they're there. I got this one with Zach Tabudlo. This is logo.
An artist from the Philippines?
Yeah, and then I got a bouquet of flowers down here.
Cool. Which one was the most painful?
I think this one, just the guy was pushing so hard. Like it was tough. I was sweating. No, you don't understand. I got one on the same, like on the same place, different arms. Like it should have been the same, but it wasn't. It was tough. I almost had to quit. I never quit.
So diving more into music, how do you know, man, when you have a banger? You know?
There's good songs, and then there's great songs, and there's a certain intangible that comes with that. But like, how do you know when you love a song? Like, how do you know when you listen to an album, how can you say like, oh, like that song is my favorite? It's the same, you know? I'm definitely biased when it comes to my own music because I made the song. So sometimes I'll think a song is great and my dad's like, that's trash.
Yeah,
and
trash, like that's a word, trash?
No, maybe maybe he doesn't say that's trash. He's
Yeah,
like, oh, like I think I like this one better.
Yeah,
and that's how I kind of know. But I think you kind of just know. Like in listening to a song, you can tell if there's something special about it or not.
What goes into the perfect Johnny Orlando jam? And like, I have a pot right here, right? Can you just like actively throw ingredients in it and tell me what it is?
Breakbeat, like breakbeat drums.
This pot is trash. Hold on. Here, throw it in there. Like, yeah. What else?
Way too much falsetto.
Okay.
Stupid honest lyrics.
Okay. There. Don't leave me.
Yes, sir. And then like probably some piano.
I have a piano.
Yeah, like I forget. I don't know what these are called. I don't know what anything's called. I just know what I like and what it sounds like.
Okay, perfect. That's a perfect jam. And now that we got the ingredients, everybody, let's cue in off Johnny Orlando's debut album, All the Things That Could Go Wrong. Here he is performing Someone Will Love You Better. Everyone make some noise.
Straight to my heart, we was a slow dance with my headlights in the parking lot. There was no chance of ever falling apart, but you've noticed that I'm here, but I'm so far. 'Cause I've been running from the sun, got nowhere left to hide. Every night I close my eyes and wish I was still in love, trying to fight war with my mind. It's gonna kill me to give you up, but darling, this is gonna hurt. I won't regret it, 'cause I loved you first, but someone will love you better. Last time I hold you, but just 'cause you need it hard to console you, and I can't give you reasons. I hate to look at me and think you lose. There's nothing your heart could do. We were fools to fall, and it's nobody's fault. No, 'cause I've been running from the sun, got nowhere left to hide. Every night I close my eyes and wish I was still in love, trying to fight war with my mind. It's gonna kill me to give you up, but darling, this is gonna hurt. I won't regret it, 'cause I loved you first, but someone will love you better. Ooh, oh, ooh. Someone will love you. Ooh, darling, this is gonna hurt. I won't regret it, 'cause I loved you first, but someone will love you better.
everybody. What's up, my boy? Yo, the rings is crazy. Come on. So, hey, man, that was a wonderful performance.
Thank you.
I gotta really ask you though, when was the moment that you realized you could sing? Cause like, was it by accident? And you're like, and like it was really, it sounded like, you know, you had some sound
I
to it.
just tripped and I was like, ah.
Yeah. That's it right there. Like, when was that moment, man?
I couldn't sing, to be honest. I was like, not to toot my horn, but I've practiced a lot. And that's why I'm a very firm believer that anybody can learn to sing.
Like you though?
Dude, I couldn't sing.
Bro,
I'll show you the video. I was terrible.
Bro, I heard you in sound check. That was, like, I feel like you gotta practice like millions
11
of hours
years.
Okay.
You know, like the 10,000 hours thing. I probably put in over 10,000 hours in the last like 11 years. It's purely just muscle memory. That's all it is. Like I'm way better than I was a year ago, and a year ago I was way better than I was the year before that. It's like working out, you know? They're just muscles. And it's mostly mental, you know, because everybody has their vocal cords, but you have to overcome those mental blocks, and that's really all it is.
That's amazing, man. And all the work that you put in, look where you are now, man, for
Thanks,
real.
man.
So there was no specific moment, you just all the practice.
No, I remember like feeling myself. You can sometimes like feel yourself getting better. Like the last couple weeks, I've like stopped worrying. Like 6 months ago, I would have been really nervous for something like this today.
Right.
Just because like it's acoustic and like there's an audience, I would be like nervous. I just know 6 months ago that I would have missed notes here and there. And watch, this is gonna be horrible. But you know, like I'm just a lot more confident in myself, and I don't know if that's because I actually got better, or maybe I've just been singing a lot more recently. But there's like the last couple weeks, like I've felt a big progression.
Wow.
And that happens sometimes. But yeah, anybody can learn to sing, I think. I think definitely some people have well, of course, some people have just an aptitude for singing. I've always been decent at music stuff when I just like try it right away.
You know, I would always like tell my friend group, I'm like, even the VJs, I would say, what would you rather be really good at, singing or dancing, right? While I was doing research on you and like listening to your music and everything, I'm like, yeah, singing for sure. yeah, singing for sure. So I want to talk about your interaction with your fans. I see the tweets, I see them even in person, the way they're reacting to you. How is that reaction with the fans?
It's a bit surreal, to be honest, even still. And it just gets more and more crazy because people come to me and they have like tattoos with my lyrics on it. I'm like, there's no way that you like what I said that much.
Sorry, what tattoo?
Like,
lyric?
anything. Like Someone Will Love You Better lyrics, or some people have the same tattoo as me, which is really cool from the day that I started. It just really blows my mind that somebody cares that much. My goal has always been to help people or someone. I was doing a show and somebody held up a sign and it was like, you saved my life. And that's the craziest thing ever. I could never take credit for that, absolutely not. And whenever somebody says that, I'm like, no, you did. You did that. So I'm just here for people to be a helping hand and spread positivity.
You're doing a good job, really good job of that, bro.
Thank you.
You really are.
Thank you.
You know, I see the interactions from going from just like really happy to like just straight tears. Like that's just like what I see from the interactions. Any other, you know, fan interactions while you were touring that you remember?
I haven't been on like a proper tour in a while. I haven't been on like a bus tour since 2019.
Yeah.
I did a little mini tour in like North America earlier this year. And whenever people start crying, it makes me well up a little bit. I'm like, stop. Like, I'm gonna be like, you know, hey.
Yeah.
The only time I think I actually cried was when I was in the Philippines a few days ago, and we were having like an album release event, and it was like 40 people, no phones, and we played a bunch of the new music.
Right.
I played All the Things That Could Go Wrong, the song, which is a song that means a lot to me, like probably the most meaningful song to me on the album. We played the song, and like everyone was crying. And then I saw that, and I don't cry very easily, but you know, it was really, really nice. And the thing that blows my mind most is just how nice people are. That it always gets me. I'm just so grateful to be able to do this.
No, yeah, that's why I had to touch base on that, because you have some of the most loyal, passionate fans in the world,
Absolutely.
man. I saw the way you had that video, even just coming from the airport. You know, it must be a crazy feeling to impact people like that. So you should be really, really proud of yourself, man. You're doing really good work.
Thank you.
You know, I want to transition to a question I love asking, which is, what is a song that you're listening to right now that no one knows that you listen to? It's a guilty pleasure song.
I wouldn't say it's a guilty pleasure because I play this song like around all my friends
Yeah.
and whatever. Probably like Beast Mode by Burna Bands. I love that song.
Damn.
I feel like that's something that I'd really never talk about, but like the Toronto rap, like that's like my,
Yo.
like I remember being in the locker room and like that's all anybody would play. And I came back from LA. So I moved to LA when I was 12. And then I came back to Toronto for like grade 8, but not really. And then grade 9,
Yeah.
I went to like just a regular high school. That was like the first time, I had no idea what Toronto rap was. I didn't know
Yeah.
about like the sub-genre or whatever. And somebody played Canada Goose, and I was like, what is this?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
This is crazy.
Canada Goose for you?
Yeah, Canada Goose for.
Canada Goose, bro.
Yeah, it was
I'm
just
so cold, bro.
back to school shopping.
I
I
just
just
Yo, Johnny, that's crazy. Canada
No,
Goose Spurs, you're trash.
It was wild. It was
Canadian
my
anthem
track.
almost.
And then I remember I went back to LA and I was showing all my boys. I was like, you have to hear
No
this. And like, to be honest, nobody liked it. So I think it's an acquired, I think it's acquired taste. No hate to Pressa, but how did we get here?
No, bro, that's like, I love that you just said you listen to Canada Goose. That's what I mean, the guilty pleasures. Like,
Yeah, I love that.
That's an amazing song. Well, I'm still on that, man. Canada Goose Spur.
I'm still
That's a
on
call,
it
bro.
to this day.
Back to school shopping.
I
I
just
just
spot a route. Like, I'm sure.
Sorry, I love this. I love this. Okay, yeah. How did we get here? Now we're gonna transition.
Burna Bands.
Burna Bands. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's your guilty pleasure song.
Yeah.
So now let's transition into just career a little bit, right? Life before music for you. Now, life before music for you, you were 9.
Technically 8 when I started.
Technically
but like
8.
8 and like 7/8.
Okay, and we'll touch base on that. But was there anything else besides being a musician that you dreamt of being? Now, I'm gonna give you some a little context. For me, I'll probably be a zoologist.
Okay.
I love animals.
My first job that I really wanted was to be a garbage man. When they still stood on the back of the trucks, I don't think they do that anymore. It's all automatic, which is whack. But I always wanted to stand on the back of the trucks,
Yeah.
and I would go out and watch the guys. And then I remember a guy came off and he just looked at me and said, "Stay in school, kid." And I was like, "What the hell? Like, this is all I want." And then I wanted to be a lawyer after that. I don't know. I've gone through many. What I really like about doing music is that my ultimate goal in life is to do my thing in music, accomplish all I can and all I want to in music, and then go on and do things and not have to worry about whether I'm making money or not, basically. So I've always been really interested in science and engineering. I just love building things. Like I used to, like I'll probably be like an electrical engineer, but music is cool too. There's a lot of parts in music that require just a lot of different areas of knowledge, like knowing how to like patch a board, for example. Like when I was 13, I was doing shows all across the U.S. With MagCon, if anybody knows what that is. The 21 and 2-year-old girls will know what that is, but
Wait, what is that? Yeah.
basically it's like, do you remember Vine era? You know,
Yes.
like Cameron Dallas, Nash.
Oh,
Gray?
yeah.
So they started MagCon, which is like, it's like meet and greet convention.
Oh.
So they would like travel around, meet like 800 people, and then I would be on stage performing. Not with, like in that era, but like the reboot of MagCon, that's what I was on. And I would be dragging around my like X32 and all my stuff, and I would set it all up. And that was like, I built the rig with an engineer. Things would happen, and I would have to like fix it. And that was my first kind of intro into the world of sound, and I really loved that. And then as things went along, I started like working with like the like EQ and compressor inside this X32. And now I record myself in Pro Tools, and like engineers like record you because there's a lot of little things to do, and there's a lot of like little patching, and I love plugins and using them in ways that they're not supposed to. There's a lot of creativity outside of the actual writing and producing about music, and there's a lot of more technical stuff that's really cool. I don't really care about like frequencies, sound waves, and like I couldn't be bothered to like sound treat a room. I'll just wear headphones. Like I don't care about that part of it.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of like cool little intricacies. So it kind of satiates that like technical desire of my brain while also doing the creative stuff, which is cool. Yeah, I don't know. I think I don't know what I want to do. So I'm doing this right now, and that's about as much as I've thought into it. I don't have a 5-year plan.
But the garbage man thing, that's
It's always open.
Well, I want to transition to being a child star, right? So I want to go back to that because, you know, finding your passion at 9 and knowing that's what you want to do, that's almost like unheard of. Like it's really like amazing, bro. That moment right there, how did you know like that was it and you didn't want to look back?
Basically, how it happened is my sister and I. It was like Christmas time. We were on like Christmas break, and my sister was like, "Hey, let's make a cover to a song." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" So she showed me like people making covers to like songs on YouTube, and I was like, "Okay, like cool, whatever, let's do it." I don't know why I said yes. I was probably so bored. I was like, I didn't have a phone because I was 8. I had nothing else to do. So we made this cover. We recorded it on like the laptop mic on like our parents' laptop, and we filmed it on their like camera that they had. And then we did that for like a year probably, just doing it like that. I remember they bought us like a USB mic that we started recording off of. We did that for like a year. And then I remember we finally like we went to a studio for the first time, and that was like huge. And then we kind of just kept going, not really thinking much of it. Like there was never a conversation, like we could really do this.
Yeah.
That didn't really happen until probably like 2 years later, maybe 3 years later. I remember specifically us being in the kitchen and being like, yo, like we should get serious about this. Like we should step up our game a little bit. And that same conversation happened every like 6 months until we were at a level where like we were about to move to LA. I only had 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. Take that in.
Only is crazy.
No,
100K
but,
to
like,
start is.
No, but like to move to LA.
I understand. Yeah, I hear you.
I moved to LA with my mom and my 2 sisters. I was in grade 5.
Right. Wow. Grade 5 is crazy.
And I had 100K. And sometimes I'm like, what the hell were you guys thinking? To my parents, like, why did you do that? Why did you let us do that? Yeah. But I'm grateful that they did, because there's never been one moment where I'm like, oh, like that's what did it. There's a million little things, and I'm sure if we didn't do that, I'd be a lot farther behind. Or maybe I'd be ahead. Who knows? But
yeah, who knows?
I'm happy with where I'm at.
How are you able to stay level-headed through it all? Like the glam of it, man. How are you able to do that?
There just really isn't that much glam. And also, like, the answer is my family, for sure.
Yeah.
Because I feel like they just help me see it like it is. I don't feel like my head is like too small or too big. I just feel like I kind of see things from a very real perspective.
Yeah.
And my parents have always been very honest with me about like if I'm being a or not. Like they'll tell me. And I was very much a like when I was like 15. But like imagine being a 15-year-old kid and you're like making money and you have people on the internet saying they love you.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm sure I saw it happen time and time again with kids that I knew that didn't have strong parenting. They didn't see it how it was. They weren't self-aware enough to realize if they were on the upwards or the downward slope. If say like 1 month I like lose Instagram followers, I'm not like like Instagram's glitching. I'm like, oh shit, like I need to get myself together because you know people are losing interest. You know, and luckily like I'm doing very well, but I'm not delusional, which is the issue with most child, you know, stars. But my parents just very much helped me see it as it was, and going to high school also really helped. It definitely like kept me chill, but it also like living in LA is as like an adolescent is not good for anyone. Like I don't recommend it, especially like I went to an entertainment school with actors. Like child actors are not representative of the rest of the population. I'll put it that way. It's just very, it was such a strange environment. You have no idea.
I'm trying to like understand it.
No, it was so weird. And I'm trying not to like talk anyone.
No, for sure.
But it was so weird. And so by the time I went back to Canada and I started high school, I was so weird. I would laugh at all the wrong times, and like I spent so long at the beginning of high school just watching people and seeing how they acted because I was so strange, because I grew up in this weird environment. But my family on like the keeping things real side, that was them for sure. With that came self-awareness to recognize that I was weird because I had a strange upbringing. So kind of bring me back to earth in that sense.
Johnny, we got a question from a fan in the audience.
You mentioned coping is about a real person. How hard is it to write about and like perform songs about people you know?
Good question. I think it's actually really easy. It's not my story. So sometimes when I'm writing about something that is from my life, like a very specific event, I follow it to the T and it like too much. And I can't create the best dramatized version of this story. But when it's somebody else, like I feel like I can do whatever I want to it because it's not mine. I want to be true to them, of course, and not be like disrespectful, especially if it's a sensitive topic. But I don't feel the need to. Like Someone Will Love You Better is about my girlfriend's younger brother. He fell in love with this girl he was dating. It didn't go like that. Like in the second verse, I'm like, last time I'll hold you. That didn't happen, I don't think. But it made a good story, and I didn't really care because it wasn't mine. You know, well, I cared, okay, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
you know
your
what I mean?
superpower, bro. I'm telling you, you're able to
Yeah,
put
thank
yourself
you.
in people's shoes and empathize with them.
Thank
man.
you, thank you.
That's really cool. How much of the album is your experiences, and how much of it is not?
It's hard to say. I think 1, 2, like 4 songs maybe. I'd have to see the track list. There's too many songs. I'd say like 30% of the album is actually like a story about me. And even then, like there's some details, you know, mixed and jambled. But I like most of the songs have some element of truth in them. Whether I've experienced that exact thing or not, there's usually a little bit of myself thrown in there. Cause you know, if it's like me and you, say we're writing on a song, producers over here producing, we're just chatting.
Right.
So if you say a line and I'm like, oh, that's cool. Maybe like just tweak this little thing. Well, that's an element of me in there. And maybe a little change is because you said something that sparked a memory in my head. And so, you know, we collaborated on that line, but it's 50-50 whose story it is.
Yeah.
So it's hard to say, but the album is very personal. I feel a very personal connection to every song. There's 2 songs that I didn't write on the album, and I still feel very personally connected. Just because I understand. Even if I didn't write it, even if maybe that exact thing didn't happen to me, I get it. I'm like, yeah. And it's Everything I Hate About You. We changed the name.
Yeah.
And Leave the Light On.
I love Terrible Person.
Thank you, dude. We wrote that one. I wrote that with Scott Hellman.
When the ukulele came in, and then you had the lyrics match with that, I'm like,
Thanks, man.
you know, what would you tell your younger self, your 8, 9-year-old self?
I remember turning 18 and being like, damn, like, I can go to jail now.
Yeah.
And
Wait, what? Wait.
I just wish I got up to more mischief when I was younger, because I was always so scared of getting in trouble. I remember if an area was roped off, like I would never go in it. But I just wish I did.
So you're following the signs.
Yeah. Who's gonna yell at me? Maybe somebody will yell at me, but I can't go to jail, you know?
Okay, all
So I just
right.
wish I did more, especially in school, because it's important to learn in school,
Yeah.
absolutely, but there's so much fun to be had, so much, especially like elementary school. School's tricky though, because everything prepares you for the next thing, and I didn't understand that. So grade 9 and 10, I did absolutely nothing, because I was like, oh, grade 11's when it matters. And then I did advanced functions, and I was like, oh!
We're gonna switch up to one of my game segments, bro.
Okay.
So you have a song called Blur. Love it. So I have a game for you, bro. And the crowd will love this too.
Oh, is it? Okay. I see
So this is what I'm
we're
gonna
doing here.
do. I love this, Johnny,
Okay.
all right?
I wonder what album that could be.
Okay, so off your song Blur on the new album, I have a bunch of images that either I found on your Instagram, your life, anything that are blurred out, and you gotta tell me what you think they are, and then we'll add some context to it. So for the
Okay.
first image, what do you think?
That's my album cover.
Right away, that was
Yeah,
easy.
yeah.
Okay, what gave it away?
It's
Just like the
just it's the album cover. I don't know, it just looks like the album cover. The story behind this photo is so funny. My sister and I were like, okay, we know an album's coming. We know that that's what everybody wants, and you know that's what we want to do as well. Let's start, you know, really thinking it out and writing things out. So we made this document basically that has, maybe I'll release it, but it has all of the initial ideas, like production ideas, references, like song references, album cover ideas. And my album cover reference was a photo of Ted Cruz. He probably said some but he was in a press conference and he was like this, and there were like reporters all around him. It's supposed to be like a Baroque painting, but that's what the inspiration was.
Look at that, flip it over so you could show them.
That's the album
So
cover.
that's the album cover right there. It's nice, man.
Oh my God, that's the Missing You cover.
Yo, what? I actually, you know what's so funny? When I was getting these prepared, right? The rendition came in and it was like too easy.
Yeah.
And I emailed back, I'm like, man, I need him to struggle. And you're not struggling so far. So, okay, get this image.
This is the Missing You cover. This is so funny. This is when this is in grade 8. I lived in like downtown, and I hated this year. This year sucked. But I rapped in that song. That was the
what I
last
was
rap that I ever
saying.
did in a song.
Was that the last time you ever rapped? in a
Yeah,
song?
it was terrible. It was a thing back then.
Nah.
Like to have like a pop chorus and like one pop verse and then like break out into a rap. And it was so whack. So
Yo, bro, it was
trash.
fire. No, I don't want you to see it. That was fire, though.
Thanks, man.
Okay, so here is the next image right here. What do you think this is?
That is that me at the pyramids?
Damn.
Is it? That's recent.
What? I'm
You can't do
literally
that
trying
me,
to
my
stump
boy.
you, and this guy knows every single one. Okay, if you want to flip that up.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
this
yeah.
was recently. No, that's not at the pyramid. That's at
You're in Egypt.
Yeah, it was at a temple, and this guy was crazy. This is our tour guide. His name was Adele.
Okay.
And the whole day I kept singing Adele songs to him. He didn't know what I was talking about.
He didn't know at all?
No, he talked so fast though. He was a great guy.
Yeah.
And he rolled his R's at the end of every sentence. No, he was a beauty. I
No,
love
for
this
sure.
guy.
I mean, how was it even going to Egypt?
It was really, really cool.
Yeah.
Egypt is somewhere my mom has always really wanted to go. I've always really wanted to go. I remember learning about ancient Egyptian history in like elementary school, and I was obsessed with it. I loved it. So it was really cool to like actually see, like the scale of the pyramid. The pyramids are so weird in person. Like it looks fake. Like it looks like it was photoshopped there, even in person.
We could talk about this for another 2 more hours. Like when I found out you went there, I was like, what did you learn? Did you learn anything? Like, how do you think the pyramids were built?
I don't know. I think you can accomplish a lot in like 40 years with like thousands and thousands of people. I don't really buy into the aliens thing.
But isn't that a crazy concept though? Like, I don't believe in the aliens
I mean,
thing too.
they built the Great Wall. Like I feel like that's crazier. Like people overestimate what they can do in like a short time and underestimate what you can do in a long time.
In a long
you
time,
know?
yeah.
But I feel like if you had 50 years, like you could build some crazy too. Just you, Teddy. I believe in you.
I don't know, maybe Lego version, bro, but not that.
Yeah, you could build a big Lego in 50 years. You
Facts.
could probably build a life-size pyramid in 50 years. If you did it every day
That's true.
and you had like 1,000 guys helping you.
But then those blocks were heavy though.
Yeah.
See, it gets weird.
I don't know. That's why it's a wonder, dude.
Until next time, we'll talk about that. So I got this last blurred image right here. And you know what, bro? Fam, you're not gonna get this one.
I have no idea what this is.
No way.
I look like a sim, kind of. I think I know what that picture is. Like, I think I remember the picture.
Okay, you wanna guess before you turn it around and then flip it.
Like a profile? Like it's like a zoomed in.
Yes, I stomped him, yes.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't sell that.
What is your instant reaction when you see this? Where should we be focusing?
Why would would anybody buy that?
Bro, that's true. It's like $59.95. I saw it.
$59.95.
Yeah,
That
bro.
has to be like spreadshirt prices. That's crazy.
No, yeah, wait, let me get that back.
Yeah, of course.
Wait, like, you didn't know about this?
No. Is that like Redbubble?
Yeah,
There's
it is
there's a
Redbubble.
bunch of like unauthorized like merch on Redbubble. Some of it's really dope actually.
Someone made a skirt of you and put your face on it. That's insane.
People sell life-size like cardboard cutouts and stuff. Those ones are fun.
I saw a pillow.
Yeah,
Johnny
just
Orlando
pillows.
pillow.
Yeah, I think I'm supposed to care about like like unauthorized. I don't really. If anybody wants a Johnny Orlando skirt, I'm probably not gonna sell them anytime soon.
Yeah.
So, we'll see.
Okay, so moving, we're gonna go to another fan question.
Do you have plans to bring back your YouTube covers? Which cover was your favorite?
I definitely want to do more covers again for sure. I feel like that's kind of for the people that were there at the beginning. It's a throwback, and then for the people who have only been around for a little bit, it's just like I think cool. We had an app last year. And I did like a cover a week, and I did so many. So I might just release the audio files one day. I think that would be
nice.
really cool. I did like Landslide by Fleetwood Mac, like all the songs that I have loved forever. So for sure. Thank you.
The YouTube cover era. How was your YouTube intro? You know, it's like, guys, subscribe. Like,
What's
subscribe.
up, guys? It's Johnny O. Sings here. It was always just "What's up, guys," and then I got into whatever I was saying.
No, it's always that, man. You know, would you ever cover a Toronto rap song?
For like honestly, probably. I doubt I'd release it, but my friends and I like record like songs sometimes, and they're hilarious. We'll get like a tight beat going, and then just freestyle whatever comes to our mind. Yeah.
No, Quay, we gotta
You know what
freestyle
I'm
with him, man. We gotta freestyle with you, man. That'd be cool. Okay, so now we're gonna go to another segment. So when I look at like comments or anything that involve you, you know what? One of the top comments I always see is that you have the most soothing voice in the world.
Oh, thanks, dude.
You know that, right?
I had never heard that before, and then my girl told me that like right as we started dating, and it made my whole year. It was awesome.
I never got a comment like that.
Dude, your voice is one.
Yeah.
It's everything I've ever dreamed of.
Nah, thanks, man. No, so yeah, that's one of the top comments that I see. And because I read that, I want to do ASMR with Johnny Orlando. And this is for the fans. The fans are going to love me, bro.
All right.
Because you know why? They love your voice. So I've never done an ASMR before. Have you?
No.
Okay, so first time?
First time.
Let's start now. message to your fans in an ASMR voice.
Thank you for everything. Thank you for all your support. I'm chilling here with Daddy right now. This is so strange.
I know.
Yeah.
Have you ever watched ASMR where they're like...
I feel like that's awful. I don't like,
I think,
like
I
that.
think it might come out good. Can you tell me your favorite lyric?
There's so many. I'm at your door, like I've already planned it. Just what I'll say, but we know this is ending. You open the door, you take my hand. Nothing's according to plan.
Are you ready to perform the second song?
Let's do it.
Okay. So ladies and gentlemen, here's Johnny Orlando off the new album with Coping.
I know a lot of girls, she's not the same. Waist long hair hides the pain. And the way she talks about beauty and change, I still can't believe that she was up against. Her mama had her doubts, her dad was not around it. Every little thing about you lonesome, you should have heard the sound. She'll never turn it down, always had it loud just to focus. And she moved right out the house, 16 but 21. To her head like she's coping, never broke, no, but she's coping still. She left that girl at home. She left that girl some time ago. She left that girl at home. Wish I could tell her she'll never be alone. When the rain pours down, it's a perfect day. And there's a hope in her eyes, even skies turn gray. Lighting something sweet right to her face. But it's been years that she can't replace. Her mama had her doubts, her dad was not around it. Every little thing about you lonesome, you should have heard the sound. She'll never turn it down, always had it loud just to focus. And she moved right out the house, 16 but 21. To her like she's coping, never broke, no, but she's coping still. And she left that girl at home. She left that girl some time ago. She left that girl at home. Wish I could tell her she'll never be alone. Wish I could tell her she'll never be alone. Thank you.
Woo! My boy. Come on, my boy. That was no, hold on. I had a blast getting to know you like this. I feel like it's not the last time I'm gonna see you. We have so much to talk about still.
Yes, sir, we do.
Pyramids, Lego building.
Let's go get tattoos.
That's it right there. So congratulations on everything you're doing. This is a debut album, so we're still
It
gonna,
is indeed.
yeah, we're gonna still hear
More
a
to
lot from
come.
you. More to come. Johnny Orlando, everyone. Let's do a round of applause one more time. Thank you. We actually got a gift for you. we got a gift for you.
You do?
Yes, we do. And it's
Oh,
this
dope.
right here.
Oh, it's the
Chibi.
track list.
Yeah, so there it is.
Dope. Oh, no way. You got the necklaces there.
Yeah, so
That's
is this
so
accurate to the drip?
sick. Yeah.
Okay.
I think the hair is way better. Like, you gassed me up there with that.
Sweet, man. Yo, so this is a
dope.
gift from MuchMusic to
Thank
you.
you, guys.
Again, my name is Teddy Tong, and
I'm Johnny Orlando.
this is Intimate and Interactive. Thank you for watching, and much love.
Close my eyes and wish I was still in love. Trying to fight war with my mind. It's gonna kill me to give you up. All of this is gonna hurt. I won't regret it, 'cause I loved you first. For someone with love.